Right, Alliance Block community, we do have some major updates in regards to the Alliance Block Nexara token. Of course, a lot has gone down in the past month, and today the Alliance Block CEO Ajaj Arachid has actually spoken out on an article on the Coin Telegraph. And if you're a holder of ALBT, or if you're involved in ALBT in any way, by that I simply mean you're looking to invest in ALBT, or if you have lost money with ALBT from the recent hack, I'd highly recommend you to watch this video till the end, as we do go through a lot of interesting points. We also are going to be reacting to a tweet made back from Alliance Block talking about Matthew DeVry, the CTO and the other Alliance Block founder, who actually goes in detail in the future of ALBT and Alliance Block. Now, with that being said, before we go any further, nothing is financial advice on the Cryptomaxi channel. Please do your own research. Everything is literally public knowledge and our personal opinion. And with that being said, lads, let's get straight in. So Alliance Block at the moment has actually gone up 12% in the last 24 hours, ever since, we've obviously had the fact that ALBT initially was at 10 cents. I mean, the Alliance Block Nexara token was initially at 10 cents. A lot of people have lost belief in the project, understandably so, and the price slowly has dipped down, and at the moment it's sitting at 5 cents, which is a shame. It is a shame. I'm pretty sure, there is a massive future ahead still for Alliance Block, in my opinion, but of course there's been, in the short term, a lot of bad light, lot of allegations going on within the community. In fact, if you go on CoinMarketCap, this post right here is kind of something I've been seeing everywhere, especially I'm sure a lot of you that are in the Telegram or just in different Alliance Block communities are aware of some of the allegations going on. nxra, which obviously is Alliance Block Nexara, who will trust a project that was already hacked, and that was not a hack, it was an inside job. Of course, it's alleged, but of course fools believe them. Now look, this is a massive talking point, and I might make a complete separate video on what exactly happened with Alliance Block. Was it actually a hack? Was it an inside job, allegedly? Because that word has been going about a whole lot, an awful amount of times, which does bring up some really bad reputation right now for Alliance Block. But you cannot forget about Alliance Block and some of the companies these guys are connected with and are working with as well. So look, this obviously was a massive letdown, I'm sure, for all of you, that anyone that's been holding ALBT, even for myself as a holder, someone that's been making videos on ALBT now for a while. It is a shame. However, look, the project is still going. Things like that can happen, and I do see the problem of the fact they've given a massive supply of their tokens to Bonk DAO, a company that we have never heard of, right? I mean, especially me, I thought I'd done my research on Alliance Block. I did not know that there was a company called Bonk DAO, right? A DAO that was holding such a large supply of Alliance Block tokens. But we're past that. I do think the price will actually reach to 6 cents shortly, as you can see here. Maybe by the end of this video, actually. But let's move on to this article. So this was posted about 2 to 3 days ago, and it read, Alliance Block's founder and CEO Ajaj Arachid spoke with Cointelegraph about consumer confidence in DeFi, which of course is a pretty big deal, especially with Alliance Block, everything that's been going through. So DeFi needs to focus on solutions that put users first and protect them. Read Richard's full participation below. So we're actually going to go through this article, as is extremely interesting, especially with what everything Alliance Block went through recently. So in crypto winter, which of course is the bear market, DeFi needs an overhaul to mature and grow. For DeFi to make a major comeback, projects must focus on enhancing consumer experience while utilizing sustainable incentive schemes, experts believe. For several months now, the decentralized finance DeFi sector has been on the receiving end of a major bear market, so much that the total value locked within the space has slipped from its all-time high of 150 billion back in May 22 to its current levels of just over 50 billion. Despite this, the amount of capital flowing into the space from centralized avenues has grown, largely due to the collapse of FTX, alongside the prominent entities like Celsius, Genesis, Fold, etc. Even doubling trading volumes on many platforms over the course of November 22 alone. Not only that, amid the recent market volatility, several decentralized exchanges and lending platforms continue to function smoothly, especially in the comparison to their centralized counterparts. Thus, in order for DeFi to truly reach its maximum potential, the sector needs significant transformation. This is because a large number of protocols operating within the space have been continued to offer unsustainable returns for far too long, and that's the truth, right? I mean, the thing was 10-15% returns, APRs for crypto was kind of normal, which shouldn't be normal, right? It isn't normal to have such a high APY ever. And we've seen that, and people thought a 15% APY with Luna was sustainable. I mean, look, it isn't sustainable for any project out there. Even like the other day, I think it was 3% on Binance for Quant. It was like, but then it's Quant, you know, you kind of hover over the fact that it's a scam or not. But even then, like, so anything over 5%, in my opinion, it makes you scratch your head at times. It really does, especially if you look at the tokenomics, and it just doesn't make sense, right? And there's been some occasions when I'm doing my research on some certain tokens where it does leave you scratching your head for a bit. But you can see here, moreover, with the recent surge of interest rates, inflation levels, and the so-called risk-free rate of return on 6-month treasury bills surpassing 5%, investor interest in decentralized options appear to be diminishing. In fact, even the rapidly changing macroeconomic environment has affected DeFi, with various established projects and implementing significant changes to the reward structures just to remain competitive. For instance, MakerDAO recently voted to increase its DAI token saving rate tenfold to 1%. Of course, DAI is a stable coin. Now, how can DeFi regain consumer confidence? According to Rachid Ajaja, the founder and CEO of Alliance Block, a decentralized infrastructure platform connecting traditional finance institutions to Web3 applications, decentralized finance, like all global markets, is going through a cycle right now. And yeah, it's going through a cycle of, like, there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of things going left, a lot of things that are being unexpected because we're so early. We're in the infancy stages of this space, right? And while that what has happened with Terra, Celsius, 3 Arrows Capital, FTX most definitely shook investors' confidence, the problem lies within the players operating within the market and not the tech itself. And that's the truth, right? Look at Terra, okay? Terra was, the whole mindset and the whole structure of Terra was Ponzinomics. It was, right? The 15, like 10, the crazy APYs just weren't sustainable. They were relying on other people putting their money in. It was a Ponzi scheme. And Celsius similarly was a Ponzi scheme as well. I mean, allegedly. I don't want to be making any accusations here, but I'm sure a lot of you have seen the videos coming out recently on Celsius, going through exactly how Celsius operated. There was no staking being done. There was no, like, loans being given out and so on. It was simply just users funds on users funds, just more Ponzinomics and so on. FTX, we all know about FTX. We don't need to go through that. That's just a whole another fiasco. But you can see here, it definitely did scare a lot of investors and a lot of traditional finance investors that might be putting their money in stocks, that have heard about crypto, that were interested in crypto. They might be scared away now for a while and have most likely moved away. These can pave the way for tokenization of real-world assets and financial instruments, thereby attracting more cash flow into DeFi, including more traditional players and institutions who place a high value on compliance and sustainability. Total value locked in DeFi November 22 to March 2023. We can see the decrease in real time here from over 250 billion down to about 50 billion now in March 2023. And we'll leave it there, right? We can keep on going from the, Hashflow co-founder and so on, but we were here for the comment from the actual co-founder of Alliance Block. Now, this was another tweet, as I mentioned, we're going to go through talking about, Matthew DeVry, the CTO and founder of Alliance Block, going through the future of ALBT, which we are going to go through now. So Alliance Block will start handling over governance of priority of roadmap items for the data channel to the DAO in the next few weeks. The blog will be put out next week. This will bring the community one step closer to our product development. that's just prioritization, but it also be possible to propose new roadmap items / features, discuss or dispute proposed roadmap items, even discuss founding opportunities with the AB fund for devs / startups building on top of the AB tech. As the DAO is staged launch, this is the first step from which we as a community and the AB team will learn and use input and guidance from the DAO to improve in the next steps to further expand governance over the DAO. For a refresher on what AB DAO entails, read this blog. Please do keep tuned for the next blog explanations for more on the first next step and how it relates to the future development of Data Tunnel. So this will be linked in the description. We're not going to go through in this video, as I'm sure a lot of you that were initially also invested in Alliance Block are already familiar with it, but I do think it's good value if you have not read through it, so I'll link it down in the description. It's been your boy Cryptomaxi, guys, Alliance Block community. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and bye.